Welcome to Blood Bowl 2. I'm playing the legendary expansion with the Goblins. I'm playing in the Eternal League, which is their single player perpetual league included in the expansion, and this is my Goblin team. We played 5 matches so far. We won 4, drew 1. We are down to 12 players after losing my Bombardier and one of my Goblins in my 2 previous matches. I'm going to stick with 12. This is going to be a gamble because I'm hoping to keep my team value down. In my next match, I'm facing the Norse team, the Jolly Bears, who have a team value of 1200, which means for the first time this Goblin team gets to use inducements. This is significant because my team has finally upgraded its stadium, and we have the NAF Autumn enhancement, which gives us cheaper star players, but that only takes effect if we are the home stadium. Let's see what happens here. Let's take a closer look at the Norse first. They have 13 players, 2 substitutes. They have a couple of players leveled up. This runner has sidestep. These 2 berserkers are kind of concerning because they have both block and frenzy, which comes standard as well as jump up, and this one has mighty blow, which makes it easier for him to destroy my goblins. This lineman meanwhile has the tackle skill, which also puts my fragile goblins at a disadvantage because the tackle nullifies their dodge. They do not have a Yeti. I don't think that's going to hurt them too much. What might hurt them is they only have 2 team rerolls and they only have one. They don't have an apothecary. So if we are able to injure a couple of players early on in the match, we'll open up space. But of course, the reverse could also hold true. If the Norse smash my goblins to smithereens, we don't have enough numbers on our substitutes bench or our reserves box to fill in the gaps. So this is match day 6. Let's start match. So we get 180k in inducements. Why is it 180k? Did they pick up something? What are we going to spend it on? So I think we're playing at home here because if you take a look here, we've got the cheaper star players. Bomber Dribble Snot is down to 10k. Fungus is down to 30k. I can actually afford 3 bribes. Let's see what happens. So Bomber Dribble Snot is the Bombardier, Fungus is the ball and chain. He gets movement 4, 33% faster than an ordinary ball and chain. Hopefully we get to kick. Did you know the longest scoring attempt ever made was 41 leagues in a game between the Dwarf Warhammerers and the Orc Gouge Ice team by one stunted Grom Red Axe. Loaded into a distinctly illegal cannon in the Dwarf end zone, Grom was then fired towards the other end of the pitch with every intention of scoring a touchdown. However, they used far too much gunpowder and the helpless Dwarf was blown halfway. We are playing at home, which is why we get cheaper star players. Yo-Yo Dying Propulsion versus the Jolly Bears. John on the pogo, John on the ball and chain, John the big one, John the smaller one, another John next to John, beside another John, and this is one of the larger Johns. Say what you will about my team, it is actually very easy to introduce them. This is Bombardier Dribble Snot, and this is Fungus, the dizzying ball and chain. This is the Norse. I guess you would call them glass cannons. They hit hard, but they can't take a hit in return because of their weaker armor. The weaker armor makes it hard for them. So they do get 2 star players, which is why we got 180k in inducements. They took a bombardier for themselves and a chainsaw player. Interesting. Most interesting. Okay, we are in defense, which is ideal. I got a really interesting choice to make here. Because I have 3 bribes and I am on defense, I think I'm going to put both my ball and chains in my first 11. My goal here is to hammer the Norse in the hopes of injuring their players, since they only have... Why do they have 4 substitutes? Oh yeah, because they picked up star players. Okay. Put the 0 SPP goblin in front. Do I have any? Okay, this one. Because the Norse have a couple of frenzy players. I think they have 4 frenzy players. Yep. The Norse aren't a particularly fast team, so I think you can move up a little. Confirm setup. Let's see what happens. Okay, the chainsaw player is right in front and right next to... Can we get a blitz here? No blitz. Sweltering heat again. I think this is the 3rd match we've had sweltering heat. This is going to have a major impact on the proceedings. Okay, helmet. This is supposed to be a human player, I think. But because Cyanide ran out of time before the expansion was released, they kept with the goblin art. I think we might see some additional or some replacement graphics when the first big update is released in early October. Okay, the Norse are forced into picking up the ball with a re-roll, which means they are down to 1. Here comes the blitz. It's a knockdown and... Ooh. With the raw, John Mudhead is stunned by the Berserker's furious assault. Man. Oh. Just have to love Blood Bowl. Star player knocked himself out. Well, didn't knock himself out, but stunned himself with a fumble chainsaw attack. Excellent. The ball carrier is sort of... I don't think it's easy for us to get to the ball. But for right now, I would like... it's very early in the turn, very early in the game. But I'm going to use a GFI here. Already used my reroll. Put the goblin here to put a tackle zone over here. Fungus does not have a block. Okay, we have the opportunity to take out this star player. 2 out of 3 chance to hit one of these 2 players. Let's see if we can do it. No, we can't, because Fungus decides to go to the free spot. One final attack. Nope. Fair enough. Already used my GFI, so I'm going to resist the temptation to do that. Move the Bombardier up. Can we get a blitz here? Lord John Warfin, can you blitz and move? Okay, so far so good. Put the Norse player next to the ball and chain. Follow. Move forward smartly to put pressure on the ball carrier. Most probably he's going to dodge out easily, but that's quite alright. Now, put further pressure by moving the Pogo up. It's very early in the match and we might get caught out here. But I think it's worth taking the chance. Mark this player, the thrower, make it harder for him to assist his ball carrier. I think this one I'll leave as a safety, so put him behind in case something goes very wrong, and we'll end the turn. Not a great first turn. I was hoping to injure a couple of players with my ball and chain players. That did not transpire, but at least we avoided injury ourselves. Here comes the frenzy attack from the Ulfberna. Okay, 1 in 9 and oh. I'm going to use Apothecary. The Pogo is sort of kind of important. But now we have an opportunity to go after the ball carrier. Before that happens, let's try a few blocks here. Reroll. Much better. You want to go this side or want to go this side? Die block against the ball carrier, who goes down. Fungus, you monster. Can you injure him? No, it's only a... Okay. John Warfin attempted to catch the ball. Needed a 6, rolled a 1. Now this is interesting because I can free up this goblin by blitzing with John Warfin. And this player can attempt to pick up the ball. He has 3 SPP. But before that happens, can we take out one of these players? Oh man! 1 in 9 again. And he's KO'd to boot. Fantastic. 11% chance of that happening, and it happened anyway. But on the bright side, we have 2 players right next to the ball, so making it hard for the Norse to pick it up. Norse show little interest in picking up the ball for now. Move the Wolf Runner closer to the ball. I'm down to 2 rerolls, but the opposition has no rerolls remaining. And the Norse decides to blitz this player who is not doing much. But I guess that typifies the AI approach to the game. Always try to take out the non-threatening player instead of making sure the ball is safe. Okay, frenzy attack against the poor goblin who is merely pushed back. These 2 players are sort of... Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like we'll be able to pick up the ball. So what would be nice to do now? Fungus, for the love of all that's good and holy, can you just hit somebody? Nope. Fungus decides he will do whatever he feels like. Fine. I need to activate John Warfin. To do that, I need a player over there. I think I'll GFI here. Fungus, why? Fungus, why? I'm starting to understand why the Goblin star players are very cheap. Okay, John Big Booty. Your moment to shine. Nice. What a uppercut. Once again, the Norse shows no interest whatsoever in the ball. Got players closing in on the ball. It's going to make it very hard for the Norse to attempt to pick it up. Oops. John Mudhit is KO'd. That is preferable to being injured. 2 players out. Aside from the apothecary. Not apothecary. The pogoer who was revived by the apothecary. Fungus is KO'd. Well, I opted to put 2 ball and chain players on defense, and now both have been KO'd. Not sure the bribes are going to help either. So this Wolf Baroner does not have block, and he's going down. Follow. This is nice. That was nicer. First removal of a Norse player. Four turns remaining after this one. This requires a dodge. We're getting all the rolls here. Oh yes. 2 SPP for John Fish. I'm gonna put him over here. Opportunity to pick up the ball with John Rajesh. Five players over here for reasons known only to the AI. Mark this player. Try to block here. It's a push which will suffice. Follow. Put a player here to... Well, just in case the ball scatters, if we fumble it, we do have a reroll handy. We don't need it. Now this is a pretty interesting situation. Do we simply move to the end zone, or do we stay here for now? I think I'll stay here for now. It does leave me vulnerable to a thrown grenade from Boomer. But I'll take my chance because the Jolly Bears don't have any rerolls now. Every move they make, every dice roll they make is a potentially a turnover. Finally, these players decide there's a threat here and move closer to the ball carrier. And the chainsaw player moves there. They don't have any bribes. No bribes. The bombardier blows himself up. Make sure the ball carrier is safe first. I would love to give the level up to John Fish. See if we can just do something about this Ulf Werner. Like so. I'm not going to follow. I don't want to put my troll very close to the sidelines because there are so many frenzy players on the field. Three turns remaining after this one, and we have sweltering heat as well to consider. So we'll just drag this drive out, try to extend it until the end of the half, if possible. John Two Horns, can you dodge out please? Like that. John Big Booty, can you blitz this guy? Why is it okay? Mispositioned. John Two Horns should be right next to John Big Booty. Okay. Another KO, which will help. Screen these players away from the ball carrier. And now, Bomber dribbles not. Can you accomplish something here? Skip. I was hoping to take out this player as well. Did not happen, but quite alright. Ulf Werner decides to mark this troll instead of moving closer to the ball carrier. An interesting approach, to be sure. Not necessarily an effective approach, but certainly interesting. Here comes the blitz against John Two Horns, who is pushed back, but Frenzy kicks in and another push. What is this? Boomer gets up, moves right next to the troll for reasons known only to the AI. Both these star players are going to get sent off. I would like to take out one of these Norse players here. But first things first. Make sure the ball is safe. Okay, this worked. No injury. Fortunately, we can't get a 2-die block. And this chainsaw is ominously close to my troll, which I am not happy about. What to do? What to do? think attempt to dodge out here. Simply to avoid being hammered. Failed dodge attempt, but he is uninjured. So that's all that happens. Double ones. Well, I'd rather roll once for a non-essential move. Whoa, very ambitious there. From the AI. What the hell was that? So that was interesting. First time I've seen a bomb being thrown out of a... or off the field. If the ball is thrown off the field, it is thrown back in, but apparently a bomb simply goes out. Interesting, I've not seen that before. So when a chainsaw moves like this, you think a foul is imminent, but because the AI, I think, has been deliberately been handicapped, I think, which is to say that is been prevented from fouling. I think there was a deliberate move by Cyanide because the developers thought that it would frustrate new players, and it's pretty evident that new players are pretty frustrated with the game as it is, because it is a very frustrating game. Let's try to take on the star player. That worked. Interesting, this player can actually I've not used my blitz, but that's quite alright. My star player gets hammered, goes down. So when this guy gets sent off, I'm not going to use a bribe for him. Save the bribe for fungus if possible. And of course my my own ball and chain. John, take cover. Yeah, unfortunately this doesn't matter because the Berserker has the block skill. So does this. Turn 8. I suppose I could attempt to try something here, but just take the 3 SPP. Attempting to pass the ball to my 5 SPP Goblin. But considering I like to keep my team value low, and a Goblin isn't likely to get anything particularly useful upon leveling up, it would be great if I could give one of my players block, but I have to roll doubles for that, so I'll simply give John Rajesh the 3 SPP. Yo-Yo Dying Propulsion take the lead. 1-0 to the Goblins. Now let's see what happens to both teams. Sweltering Heat is going to take into effect. Why are the cheerleaders back to human? I set it to Ox earlier, but once I upgraded, maybe that was reset. So 2 things to watch out for: the bribe situation, the Sweltering Heat situation, the KO situation. Only one of my players get... one of the players are injured. They have plenty of substitutes. Both their KO'd players recover. Now the big question is, what is going to happen with the bribes? What is going to happen with John? Take cover. Do I want to use? Yes, I'm going to. This is a gamble. I'm going to take it. Why is he being What I use for fungus? Is fungus KO? Who is being sent off here? Boomer. Okay, they are star players. Well, at least I get one. Oh man. One of my trolls suffering heat exhaustion as well as John Guardian. At least I get my Pogo back. At least I get fungus back. How do I set up here? Put the 0 SPP guy. The Pogo is going to be the designated ball carrier. So I've got to remember to put a goblin next to John Woffin before I attempt to move John Woffin. Let's see what happens. Confirm setup. Pretty nice position for the ball. How many are we up against? 10 against 9. We are down one player. Open up with Fungus, who once again decides to miss the players. I think we'll go after this guy. Or attempt to. Fungus, for the love of all that's holy, could you hit somebody please? Nope. Fungus is not interested. Finally. And this does not help at all. Wonderful. Unbelievable. Well, that was an event that transpired. I forgot that he had a loner skill or negative trait. Do I have a bribe left? No bribes left. The Norse at least are moving aggressively forward in an attempt to get the ball. John Two Horns is pushed back, being marked by 3 players. John Parrott is knocked down. He'll pick himself up. John Woffin is knocked. Wow, the Norse are really smacking my place about here. This, for some reason, AI declined to move these players. What do I have to do now? I have to pick up the ball, I have to move smartly down. Even if I manage to pick up the ball, I don't have a clear space. Let's try to take on this Wolf Banana. Hopefully John Tony Stick can... nice. Very, very nice. Unfortunately, he's right next to this runner who has block. So now to pick up the ball and move forward. Reroll. Okay. Try to mark this player. Put some tackle zones around here. Still the ball is very... the ball is at risk. Let's see what the AI does. We do have the lead, so the onus is on the Norse to come at us. Attack the ball carrier and attempt to... okay, they managed to get the ball. Or at least managed to knock down the ball. And it is very close to this guy who fumbles it and is going to attempt a 33%. And succeeds. Frenzy. No frenzy. This guy does not have frenzy. John Perro is pushed back. This guy does have frenzy. I could attempt to block with Troll, but because the Troll has Loner, it's kind of going to be hard to... Let's try this. John Fish. Try to knock this guy down. Yep, that will do nicely. Stay. What an acrobatic attack there by Mr. John Fish. I love my chainsaw. Okay. If this fails, it does not fail. this player is free, so he gets a 2-die block against the Pogoa, but I'm going to have to risk it. Tempted to just try to attack here, but because I don't have a Goblin free here, the Troll is likely to go really stupid and lose his tackle zone, so I do not want that. So the Troll is performing a service simply by standing here. Now I'm going to try to dodge out here. Okay, move here. Okay, this is as good as it gets right now. Here comes the blitz. Succeeds. He catches the ball. Could you get any luckier? I submit that you could not. That was unfortunate. Do have 3 players free, including and I also have this Pogoa, who's currently on his back. So we should be able to get a 2-die block against the ball carrier. Man, the KOs are mounting up. But on the bright side, we haven't had any injuries aside from my Pogoa, who was injured in the first half and forced me to use the apothecary. It wasn't strictly speaking necessary to use the apothecary because the Pogoa, I feel, is a vital player for this Goblin team right now. I really needed him. So how do I go about the blitz here? Maybe not the best way to go about this, but it works. Where is the ball going to scatter? Ha! Ha! Could you be any more fortunate? I submit that you could not. Ball is still very precarious. In a precarious position rather. 2-die block from over here. Can't really see a way out of this. Keep the troll there. See what this guy does. The thrower. He's going to be the blitzer, I think. Five players surrounding this troll. Succeeded once again. Where's the ball going to scatter? Another KO. Over there. At least I have a tackle zone there. Berserker attempts to pick up the ball and succeeds. Frenzy succeeds. He's having a very good turn here. Down to 5 players, one of whom is on his back. Going to be hard to pick him up as well. Don't have a goblin nearby. Improbably that worked. Follow. Just stunned. Now 2-die block against the ball carrier. John Rajesh, who scored the touchdown in the first half. Can you sack the ball carrier now? Yes, you can. Once again, we are very fortunate. However, John Parrott is going to get murdered, I think. Okay, John Woffin, 50% chance of standing up. Will you? Can you? No, you can't. Reroll is likely to fail, but I think it's worth taking the chance. Ah, yes. I only marked one player. These 4 players are free. This player is free. But nothing else for it. Let's see what the AI does. Okay, the AI is actually making an attempt to mark the ball carrier. So where's the blitz coming from? Another attempt to mark the ball carrier. This berserker has jump up. He will have to roll the dice for it to kick into effect though. He manages it with a 6. 3 dice block, succeeds. Hits John Parrott, who falls down. Ball goes right next to the Norse. We are running out of players. This could be a draw here. This is all assuming the AI hustles. Yeah, going to be very hard to get a 2-die block. Not sure how to go about it. Okay, reroll and 1 in 36, 2.8%. Well, that was very unfortunate. Let's see how the AI responds to this. It has a golden opportunity to equalize, but will the AI hustle in the time remaining to it? I suspect the answer is going to be no, and sure enough, the AI moves a grand total of 2 squares. Put some tackle zones on the ball carrier. Come on. Unbelievable. That was a 1 in 9. 11% chance of that happening, and it happened. 2 double ones. these things happen. Three dice block. John Rajesh is pushed back. Frenzy comes into play and John Rajesh is pushed back. But the ball carrier now has a free run to the end zone. 2 turns remaining. What will the AI do? Well, at least it's making an attempt to score. Cages up. Sort of a half cage, but at least that is something. They do have 1 reroll remaining. I have no rerolls remaining. What is the safe move here? Push this guy back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think first move is this. There is a 1 in 6 chance. 17% chance of failing. John Woffin, blitz and move. Can you do it? Can you do it? No, you can't. 1 in 9. 11%. Oops. Now the AI has a golden opportunity to score. I think it will be able to do it. But you just never know with the AI. All he has to do is just block this guy and then run it in. Doesn't even have to make a GFI, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does have to make a GFI. But he has 1 reroll remaining. So blitz. Here comes the blitz to push the marker away from the ball carrier. It succeeds. And it looks like it's going to be a draw. Oops, John Icicle Boy is injured. That's alright. No long-term effect. He'll be back in the next game. So here is... What? What? That was the most insane thing I've seen the AI do in the Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition. Did you know? Okay. Reroll. That was, just unbelievable. The ball carrier had the move. Refused to move. Now, what can you possibly say aside from the AI needs some reworking? Whether Cyanide will be willing to make those changes necessary to bring the AI. Well, it doesn't have to be competitive for the Champions Ladder, does it? 40 ones. Amazing. I think this was, the second half. AI roll 9 skulls only. 12 ones only. Well, that was the thing that happened. We do get a level up. Who leveled up? John Mudhead. Five. Who are we playing next? We're playing a Skaven team. Okay, diving catch it is. This is not going to help much, but every little bit helps. Diving tackle, sorry. 90k. What is the other team's team value? 1170, 1170. Yeah, I'm not going to buy a player. What I'm going to do is attempt to transfer money from treasury to petty cash. I'll probably get a bribe. If we manage to play at home though, I would probably get a star player. Not sure which one, we'll see. But for now, I'll see you next time.